This is I'm just loading up some snark here. This is very, very exciting. This is an honor and a privilege. It doesn't get any better than this. Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest, please welcome. We're waiting here. He's got a hookup. He's coming to us from Mar-a-Lago. So let me just unmute him. This is a very special moment. There he is. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is
technical difficulty there. It's all right. Everything's great.
Everything's great. Everything?
Absolutely, David. Couldn't be better.
Okay, this is very exciting. Please welcome the 45th president of the United
46th.
And 46th. As I was saying, Donald.
And maybe 47th.
Maybe what?
Trump. maybe 47th. I haven't decided yet, David. I mean, let's face it. I don't need the headache. I have a great life down here in Mar-a-Lago. With who I'm with. I'm with here down here.
Who?
Melania, beautiful Melania. Who knows? Maybe Melania would like to be the 47th. We could make that happen, David.
47th president.
47th president. I already call her President John Tyler.
The President John Tyler.
Exactly. Ask me why, David. Ask me why I call President John Tyler. Go ahead and ask me.
Why do you, President?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, Mr. President.
Ask me why I call Melania President John Tyler.
Okay, Mr. President, why do you?
Don't be nervous. You know what? You're so nervous, David. You're so wound up.
I am.
You sound like Chris Christie finding an empty box of Malamars. You get it? Because he loves food, David.
Yes,
loves it. Absolutely loves to put. he loves food. He loves to pull in his mouth. And chew on it and swallow it and make his belly even bigger, David.
Chris Christie. The governor.
I'm just trying to lighten the mood, David, because you sound tense.
I am.
You sound like Chief Financial Officer Alan Weisselberg, Trump Organization. Very, very frightened man.
Yeah.
Because he knows. He knows. And if he says anything, well, he knows. So ask me, David.
Ask you what?
David, ask me.
Ask you,
very unfair and sad. It's so sad.
What?
It's quite sad, David, the way I've been treated. I've been treated worse. I have been treated worse than any other president in history, David. Me. No president has been mistreated more than me by him. Murdered ones included. Witch hunt. He's very, very cruel. Very cruel. He's so cruel.
Who's he? Who? Weisselberg?
Judd Apatow. He's very mean. Very cruel.
We just had Judd Apatow.
Not funny. Not funny.
Oh, come on. He's a guest on my show. You're not a fan of Judd Apatow?
I didn't listen. You know what? I didn't listen. I love your show. I could not bring myself to listen because I knew. Not funny. Not funny. Never laughed at any of his movies, David.
Really?
Name a movie.
King of Staten Island. That was amazing.
That was a disaster. Disaster, David.
What's a hit?
It was bloodbath. It was a disaster. I'm the real king of Staten Island, by the way.
Yes, you.
The undereducated, they love me. I'm the king, not Pete Davidson. He
Right.
should have cast me. Should have cast me. Very cruel.
Yeah.
Very cruel not to cast me in that. Everybody was upset. Everyone. So many people came up to me and said, Mr. President, what are you doing in the White House? You need to be starring in Judd Apatow's movie, King of Staten Island. I can't watch it. I can't even watch the movie because I know what a lie it is. What it's fake entertainment.
It was very funny and
What I
hard.
call fake entertainment, fake fiction,
Fake fiction.
fake fiction,
Fake attainment.
fake entertainment, fake fiction. Because they loved me in Staten Island.
Yeah.
Very sad, very unfunny movie. The movie was a disaster.
No, it wasn't.
A
It,
disaster, just like Sleepy Joe. Just like Sleepy Joe. Joe Biden. Go ahead, ask me the question.
what question? What
The
was the
King of
question?
Staten Island. David, I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be down. The King of Staten Island was such an atrocity, such a disaster, that I think we should investigate whether it came from China. I think we need to investigate that, David, because
What,
I'm
what?
not sure it didn't come from China.
No, Judd Apatow made the movie in New York. It was
Anyway,
not.
ask me why Melania, who's way hotter than Judge's wife, by the way. Ask me why I call Melania President John Tyler. Ask me, David. Ask me. I've been asking you to ask me.
You,
Ask me,
I
David.
had you had said earlier that you
Ask me, David.
run for president. Why do you? And you said you call Melania President John. Why do you call Melania President John Tyler?
Because John Tyler was the 10th president of the United States,
Mhm.
and Melania is a 10. A perfect 10. Perfect 10. Have you ever seen John Tyler's wife?
No,
Never seen a picture of her.
no.
They never took a picture of her
Why is that?
because she was ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly wife.
John Ty- John Tyler's wife, ugly wife, 10th.
Melania, perfect 10. Number 10, John Tyler.
And so
I call it number 10.
that's a pretty clever joke, actually. And
Thank you. You think Judd
for a lot of
Apatow would have come up? Do you think Judd Apatow would have come up with that, David?
yes,
Honestly, David, do you think You think he could have come up with that, David? You see, I know that John Tyler was the 10th president. You think Judd Apatow knows that? You
oh,
need to be smart, David, which I am. You need to be not just funny. You need to know things. I have a knack. I have a knack for knowing things. I I crafted a line because I'm smart.
mhm.
You have to be smart to craft a line like that. John Tyler, 10th president, Melania. And
Judd wrote for Barack Obama for his White House correspondence, and you've never needed writers.
I don't, are you kidding me? If I had writers, I wouldn't have been president. But people love me because I speak what I mean. I say what I don't need a teleprompter to make a joke like John Tyler is a 10. I don't need it. That's not how I operate, okay? I don't need it. I could make movies like Judd Apatow.
It's
By
Apatow.
the way, it's Apatow. It's not like a cow. He wants you to believe it's Apatow, like a tow truck. By the way, I love the great people who ride tow trucks. But it's not there. I love the uneducated. Did I mention that? But it's not Apatow. It's like a beautiful, beautiful doe. It's not Apatow. It's Apatow, like a cow. Sorry, Sleepy Judd.
Sleepy Judd. He was
Here's
fantastic.
my imitation. Yeah, I heard a little clip. Let me reenact. Let me reenact a little clip. Ask me a question. As
Uh,
Judd Apatow, Mr. Apatow, go ahead. Ask me a question.
uh, Judd, do you think Hollywood has too much influence over what's going on?
Moo! Moo!
You're calling.
Yeah, because I sound like a cow. Apatow.
You're calling
You
one of the
don't need.
now
Think
directors.
I'm gonna? Do you think I'm gonna pay writers? Do you think I'm gonna pay writers to come up with stuff when I can come up with it right off the top of my head? Right, believe it or not, I just thought of that.
So you're
There's
saying that the reason people like Judd Apatow hate Donald Trump is you're not going to call him into the Oval Office to help him with the White House Correspondents' Dinner speech the way our President Obama did.
I'm lost. I don't know what you're talking about,
All right,
David.
let's go
You
back.
just went in a circle there, but all I know is the laughs that Obama got, not, not a single one did he come up with.
Right.
Nothing as funny as moo. Not even close.
Yeah. Well, you've been out of.
Apatow, because he's a cow. He sounds like his name sounds like a cow. And you know what a cow sounds like? You know what a cow sounds like, David?
Sort of. But
Moo. Sorry, that was Chris Christie in the background. Can't hear your audio, David. Can't hear it. You're muted.
yeah.
Or
Well,
should I say, you've been mooted?
can you,
Okay,
can
he's
you hear
back.
me now?
He's back. How
Yeah.
now, Apatow? Pretty good from John Hayes. Just I'm looking at your viewers. Your viewers should be hosting the show. Your viewers should be running the show.
Right.
You should be working for me. I should be president. Judd Apatow should be being milked right now. He should be giving milk. That's what he should be doing for a living. Giving milk because he doesn't give laughs.
All right, Mr. President, let's talk about your future and you've been out of office now for almost 10 months, 11 months. How do you see things? How do you think your successor is doing?
Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe.
Yeah. Sleepy.
Falling asleep just saying his name.
Yeah.
Sleepy Joe, you are getting sleepy. You are losing confidence in the government. Your
Yeah.
eyes are getting heavy.
How
Your
have
prices are going up. The cost of milk is going up. Judd Apatow can't help you. All the milk, all the milk in the world that Judd can produce isn't going to lower those prices. Thanks to Sleepy Joe and his VP, Kamalama Lama Ding Dong. They're despised. Did you know that?
they're what?
You people are despised,
They're
David.
despised. Yeah, they
They're
are.
despised, they're hated. The
Yeah.
two of these people are hated by the American people because they're disgusting.
Well,
They're disgusting. And Dr. Jill Biden, the doctor will see you now.
yeah.
Hello,
Well,
doctor. Doctor, it hurts when I read the paper. Stop reading the paper. That's Dr. Jill's prescription. Stick your head in the sand.
Dr. Joe. That's
Dr. Jill, it hates when I open my wallet. Dr. Jill.
well,
Get a new wallet, says Dr. Jill.
Doctor, I don't see any reason to go after the man.
Did you see this, David? Did you hear about this?
No, what?
Did you see that Sleepy Joe? Sleepy Joe had a colonoscopy last week.
Yeah, yes, I did see that in the paper.
I hear before his procedure, the anesthesiologist had to put him over. Get it? Put him over. Sleepy Joe already asleep.
I'm not sure.
Normally, let me explain it for the dum-dums out there. For the poorly educated, I love the poorly educated.
Okay, he had a
I bet the,
colonoscopy, and the anesthesiologist.
normally the anesthesiologist must put the patient under. But
Right.
since it's Sleepy Joe, the anesthesiologist had to put him he had to put him over.
Yeah,
Over the op because that I looked it up. That is the opposite of under.
I see.
Called an antonym, David. Your chat room gets it. The chat room gets it. You don't get it.
I seen
You
it.
don't get it. The chat room should be my cabinet. You should be in the chat room. Judd Apatow should be Secretary of Milk. All right, next question.
So yeah, he had a
Anyway, you can use that joke, by the way, about
what joke?
putting the patient over.
Putting the patient.
It works for Sleepy Joe. It works for Crazy Bernie. Anybody you want.
Okay,
Genius. We all know it's genius.
they put sleepy.
And
They put
let me tell you, they put Sleepy Joe over.
right.
They had to put him over for the colonoscopy. And then after David, do you know what happened after the colonoscopy?
What?
They had to wake him down. Instead of up, they had to wake him down because he's Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe. Ask me, David. David, ask me what the doctor found in Sleepy Joe's colon.
I don't
What did
really.
they find, David?
I
What
know.
did they find in his colon, David?
All right. What did the doctor find? And
Go ahead, ask me.
okay, what did the
Go
doctor?
ahead, ask me what the doctor found
Okay,
in Sleepy Joe's 105-year-old arthritic, creaky, leaky, stinky colon.
it's not. That's a presidential colon. What did they find in the doctor's colon? What did the doctor? You've got me so flustered.
Okay,
What
I
did the
got it.
doctor? What did the doctor?
Ask me. Just ask me.
Yeah, okay, President Trump. What did the doctor find in President Biden's colon?
Instead of a polyp, they
Mhm.
found your lip because you're a kiss ass, David. Get it? You're a kiss ass. So your lip went into his ass, and that's what they found. They found your lip instead of a polyp.
Instead of a polyp.
They found your lip
I,
instead of a polyp.
okay.
Listen,
That's
could have
very
been
funny. That's like a
funnier
word.
that your chat people wanted me to say Colin Powell. That would have been very wrong.
Yeah.
Bad taste. You know why? Because it would have offended the memory of the thousands of Iraqis whose lives were lost thanks to that horrible. What was his job?
Secretary of State at the time.
Secretary of State. Secretary of State. Or, you know what else they suggested that they found in his colon?
What is
Looking through the chat room, someone had a good one.
opportunity to talk?
Hunter Biden's laptop.
Oh, Hunter, that would have been that's good.
Hunter Biden's laptop found in his colon.
So
Pretty good. That was pretty good.
growing up,
It's no your lip. It's no your lip, but nice try, people. Nice try, people. I have a knack.
you do
Not
have
everybody has a knack, David. I have a knack.
yeah.
You know, I had an uncle who was a comedy writer, David. I had
Really,
an uncle who was a comedy writer.
really.
Shecky Trump. Shecky Trump, so much funnier than Judd Apatow. You wouldn't believe how much funnier than Judd Apatow.
Shecky.
Shecky Trump, Uncle Shecky Trump.
Hmm.
Wrote on all the great shows, all the great shows. And my other uncle, Woody Trump,
Yeah. Woody Trump.
Woody Trump, wrote a lot. He was a quintessential New Yorker.
Wait, hang on. You're related to Woody Trump?
I'm related to Shecky Trump and Woody Trump, and also wrote for a lot of award shows, Buzz Trump. But Woody Trump, I think it was Woody, maybe it was Buzz, I'm not sure. They would collaborate once in a while. The quote was, I'm a fish out of water in Hollywood because I hate grapefruits, granola, and people who are in this country illegally. Hilarious. God bless his
Up with
soul.
the line?
Woody Trump.
Woody
So
Trump.
funny.
He said,
Unlike Judd. How did Judd Apatow? How did Judd, let me ask you something. How did Judd Apatow end up with a wife like that? In the real world, Judd Apatow, he'd be lucky to get Fran Lebowitz, who's a horror show, by the way, never funny.
what? I'm sorry about, what did you say about Fran Lebowitz?
Never funny, never horror show, absolute disaster, inside and out. Never funny. Pretend it's a city, more like pretend she's funny. Or like, how about pretend any guy would ever want to
All
bang
right,
you?
Mr. President. I
Ask
didn't
me,
know. Yes.
ask me a question, David. I mean, I'm just
didn't know.
filling time here. I'm just rolling with the punches, David.
I, I
Making the audience laugh.
I didn't know that you were a relative of Woody Trump. He has come up with some of the funniest lines. Uh, I mean, Woody Trump. I just amazing. Can you think of?
Woody Trump.
Yeah.
Yep. Take the family and run. That's one of my favorite movies he ever made.
Take the family and
Take the Mexican family, split them up, and run.
right, right.
I think that's the name of the movie.
That's Woody Trump. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. So let's talk about
He wrote
20.
movies. He wrote movies. He wrote lots
Mr.
of
President,
movies.
let's, we've had some fun here, but let's get down to the serious stuff. Are you running for president again?
I haven't decided yet. And quite frankly, there's no rush. I mean, I still have till January 6th, 2025 to decide.
You said you were breaking up there. You still have until when?
I still have until January 6th, 2025 to decide.
No, the election will be over by then.
Not according to the Constitution, David. According to the Constitution, we pick our president on January 6th. Trust me, January 6th, 2025, we're getting out the vote this time. We got a huge ground game going this time. We're getting out the vote.
I don't understand what do you mean ground game?
What do I mean, ground game?
Yeah.
Tanks, specifically.
Thanks.
Kamalama Ding Dong, she'll certify. Trust me.
All right, Mr. President, this is getting scary.
She's a disaster. She is a disaster, by the way. And so is, you know who else?
Who?
Sleepy Joe. You know, David, Steve Mnuchin, my Treasury guy, the one with all those ticks.
Yeah.
Had a lot of ticks. He produces movies, and I sold him an idea. It's going to go straight to movies.
Straight to movies.
Yep, I sold him an idea that's going to go straight to movies.
Wait, that's a rarity for somebody to make a movie that goes straight to movies. And Steve
Let me
Mnuchin.
tell you about it, Steve Mnuchin. It's about the Biden presidency.
Yeah.
So, of course, it's a disaster movie, a real one, not like Judd Apatow's disaster movies, which are unintentionally disasters because they're supposed to be, I don't know what they're supposed to be, but they're disasters, David.
All right.
My disaster movie is about a real disaster. You want to hear the name?
Why wouldn't I?
Ask me the name, David.
Okay, Mr. President, you have a new
Ask
disaster.
ask me the name,
Okay,
please.
you have a new disaster movie coming out. What is the name?
It's called the Poe Biden Adventure. That's right.
What?
Classic disaster movie, the Poe Biden Adventure.
Biden adventure.
And ask me, David, who's going to play the Shelley Winters part? Go ahead, David.
Who's,
Ask me.
who's going to play
Ready?
the Shelley Winter?
Ask me, David. Ask me who's going to play Shelley Winters.
Who is going to play the Shelley Winter?
Rosie O'Donnell.
Really?
You know why, David?
Why?
Because she's fat, David. Like Shelley Winters.
Be nice. Be nice. So,
In this version, let me tell you the story. Let me tell
Okay.
you the story. In this version, the Poe Biden crashes into Rosie.
ah,
Rosie's up on the Lido deck, eating way, way too much. And all the seamen, they warn the captain. They say, steer the Poe Biden away from that huge, big, fat Rosie. I don't know if it's a Rosie or a Rosie Berg, but steer it away from the enormous, grotesque, liberal Rosie. And you know what happens to the seamen, David?
what
What
happened?
happened?
What
Ask
happened?
me what happened.
What happened to the seaman?
What happened to the seamen? Oh, okay. The seamen steered away from her.
Yeah.
But David, her ass was so huge, they still ran right into her. Everywhere they turned, more Rosie. Port, Rosie. Starboard, Rosie. Leeward, Rosie. Windward, Rosie. Even windward,
Even when
Rosie. Fat.
this is Mr. President, can we just get back to
David, let's get back to you know who else is fat? You know who
I
else
don't
is
really don't care. I don't care.
fat? Chris Christie.
Yes, we've already been through that. You covered that much
Funny
earlier.
thing about the weight gain. Funny thing about the weight gain. You know, he was very, very fat back in 2016 when he was running against me.
Chris Christie was.
And yes, then he got with the program,
Uh-huh.
endorsed me, and miraculously, he was no no longer fat. I call it the Trump diet plan. And then Chris Christie, throughout my presidency, a rail. He looked like Jared.
I'm
Remember
not.
that guy from Subway?
No. You're talking about Jared.
Giant pants. Oh, Jared Kushner. Yes, he
Or
looked like
Jared.
he looked
Either-
like either one.
Either
He
one.
was as skinny as a Jared. Let's put it that way. He
Either one.
was as skinny as a Jared.
Either one. But I'm not sure that's actually true. I think Chris.
Couldn't tell any one of the three apart.
You couldn't tell Jared.
Couldn't tell Jew Jared, child porn Jared, or Chris Christie. Couldn't tell them apart.
Well, you couldn't tell
They were
child.
like three pigs in a barrel.
Are you saying you couldn't tell child porn Jared from Subway Jared from Chris
Same
Christie?
thing, David. You're getting confused. That's why you need to be in the chat room, and Benji from the chat room needs to be running the show, David.
Okay.
You need to be in the chat room milking a Judd Apatow.
Okay. So Chris Christie has a new book out.
Chris Christie, listen, he was a rail, and yes, Chris Christie does have a new book out, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he's saying, Chris Christie's saying, I lost in 2020.
Oh, that's not nice.
And have you seen Chris Christie?
Yeah.
He's a pig again.
He's just,
Suddenly, ask me how fat Chris Christie is, David.
how fat is Chris Christie?
Chris Christie is so fat.
Yeah.
Ask me how fat he is. David,
Chris
David,
Christie,
gonna get Benji in here.
how fat is Chris
Chris
Christie?
Christie is so fat. He
Yeah.
looks like Rosie.
Okay,
He
good.
looks like Rosie O'Donnell, David.
All right. I don't think that's
Chris
not
Christie says, I lost 2020, folks. You know what? He gained 2020 in the last few months because he's fat again. He was thin. Now he gained pounds, gained a lot of weight.
okay. Can we talk about the
1,020 pounds, David.
okay? Can we talk about the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, please? Okay. There's a verdict last Friday.
I also cure the gay. Should I go with this, David? Do you want me to go with this? I cure the gay. It's up to you, David.
We don't need to go there.
We don't need. Okay.
Unless you want to do it.
No. I thought you wrote it, David. Lindsey Graham.
Yeah.
Dropped out of the race. Stopped being gay. Now he's gay again.
Why? What happened? I thought you cured him.
I did cure the gay, but didn't he say something bad about me last night?
Yeah, he did.
He's gay. I cured it. I cured the gay. I can cure anything but hair plugs, David. I'm sorry. I can cure fatness. I can cure gayness. Can't cure the hair plugs.
Yeah.
Who did you use, David, as a donor on those plugs? Tom Sizemore's butt cheeks? See what I did there?
That's you. That's
He's a good man. I don't believe the charges.
against Tom Sizemore.
I don't believe the charges, David. He's a good man.
Did you know Heidi Fleiss?
I wish her the best. I wish her the best. She was a whore, right? Is she a whore or a pimp? Either way, I wish you the best.
Okay, Mr. President, can we talk about the?
I don't want to get into, I don't want to judge people, David.
Right.
I don't want to say I don't like her because, she's not a pimp or she's a whore. It doesn't matter. Either one's fine.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
Let's talk about the judge.
Excuse me. Let's move on, okay?
Yes,
It doesn't matter if she's a whore. Heidi Fleiss is a good woman.
Yes.
She's getting it. Okay. All right.
Let's talk about the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, sir. What is?
What a night! What a day! What a day when he had. What a couple of days! Day of the sentencing, the day of the verdict, the day of the shooting. What a couple of days! What a couple of days! Let me tell you. Can I say something about the verdict?
Yes, please.
Justice sang, David. Justice sang, and freedom rang, David. I didn't get that line when all the blacks sang it, but now I do.
Just sang.
Just sang, and freedom rang
On Friday night.
Hallelujah, David.
So
amazing grace, amazing.
wait. Okay, so we're talking about this verdict Friday.
It was great. The jury found unanimously that the 2020 election was stolen by Sleepy Joe.
That's not what they.
It was a disaster. Who's a disaster, by the way? A disaster.
Yes.
After the Biden adventure, I've got another movie I'm going to produce, David. I got a whole movie. It's going straight to movies, David.
Another movie that's going straight to movies.
Sophie's Choice 2. Sophie's Choice 2. More choices. That's right, David. It's a movie story. Sophie has to choose. Sophie's got to choose. The good thing is this time it's an easy choice for Sophie.
Yeah.
She has to choose between me and Sleepy Joe. Who do you think she chooses, David? Go ahead and guess. Who do you think she chooses? Ask me who she chooses, David. Easiest choice in the world, David.
Chooses you, of course.
She chose me, David. I'm not even a blood relative. I'm not even a Jew. And she chose me. She chooses me to save me. And you know what happened, though?
What?
You know what happened? She chose me
The movie?
100%. Everyone projected I'm the choice.
Right.
And you know what happened? Smartmatic changed the outcome, David.
In the movie.
Smartmatic voting machines made in Venezuela changed the outcome in the movie, David. And the Germans carry me away. And then she moves to Brooklyn. She moves to Brooklyn with Sleepy Joe. And it's a disaster, David. Brooklyn is plagued by inflation, David. $50 for a slice of pizza, David.
Yeah.
Artisan pizza. That's not even artisan pizza. The artisan pizza is $75.
That's a disaster.
It's a disaster. And you know that those cookies, the crack cookies they call them,
Yeah.
that they make in Brooklyn, those Brooklyn cookies,
Delicious.
Omofoku or something,
Mm-hmm.
$100 a cookie, David. Because Joe Biden, sleepy Joe Biden, brings inflation with him wherever he goes.
That's
Wherever he goes.
that's all in Sophie's Choice too. Rampant.
Sophie's Choice 2, Inflation Boogaloo. Great story, David. Great story, David. About a brave pillow magnet who knows the truth, sacrifices a whole sleepwear empire just to get the people to know which baby was supposed to be president. Sophie's Choice 2. Look it up.
Sophie's Choice to the boog. What is it? The
Inflation Boogaloo.
Sophie's Choice to Inflation Boogaloo, and that's going straight to movies.
More choices. More choices.
More choices. Wow.
And
Wow.
then stay tuned for Sophie's Choice 3, the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
That's coming out. We're shooting that now. We're shooting that now.
February 6th, I believe.
Because when people, and by the way, I signed up all the actors while we were shooting Sophie's Choice 2, Inflation Boogaloo, because I knew there would be a huge demand for a third. We're shooting the third right now.
Great. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
David.
Who's
Watch number 2. Just know it's best 2 out of 3, okay?
and
Guess who's going to play the Nazi, David?
I'm sorry?
The Nazi has a bigger role in Sophie's Choice 3.
Right.
We're expanding the role of the Nazi because on the set, we love this Nazi. Believe me. Let me tell you something. This Nazi is going to steal your heart. The Nazi who carries me away,
Yeah.
you're never going to believe it. He is such an underrated actor. It's a great part. It's a juicy part.
Who?
The greatest actor of our generation, Scott Baio.
Scott, right. Scott Baio plays the Nazi.
He plays the Nazi. He was so beautifully touching that we expanded the role for Sophie's Choice 3, best 2 out of 3. And you know what? We're even going to spin it. I've signed up all the actors for the spin-off already. I've made them already commit
Scott
to the spin-off show that's going to be on television. It's going straight to television.
With Scott Baio.
With Scott Baio. It's its own spin-off. It's called Joni Loves Nazi.
Okay.
Joni Loves Nazi. And guess who plays the concentration camp, David?
Rosie.
That's right. Rosie O'Donnell. Rosie O'Donnell. Fat. Big. Fat. Made of concrete and filled with Jews, gypsies, and gays. And Russians.
Okay.
Some Russians.
Can
Rosie O'Donnell, David.
we please stop talking about the Holocaust already? Please.
Please. Listen, I've been begging your people to do that for decades.
To stop talking about the Holocaust. Okay, now, Mr. President, Kyle Rittenhouse, your friend, he was on Tucker Carlson tonight.
That broke my heart. I couldn't watch, David. It killed me I couldn't watch. I should have been on. He should have had me on. Bad move for Tucker. Disaster. Lowest ratings of an acquitted double homicide ever. David, David, when I killed Soleimani, double the ratings Kyle Rittenhouse got. And I only killed one guy. Rittenhouse had to kill two people to get half my audience, David.
You got twice the audience on Tucker Carlson killing one guy.
That's right, David.
It's amazing.
I'm that good. I'm that good. People love me. The people. I love the people and the people love me. I love the people and the people love me. Everybody loves each other with me, especially me, 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 me. I'm Trump. I love the people. I'm Trump.
Well,
Sorry, that was a little black. That was a little black.
you have a knack for songwriting.
I have a knack for black.
Yeah, but you that's in your genes, isn't it? Isn't
I had an
song
uncle. I had an uncle, Barry Trump.
Barry Trump from Detroit,
Barry Trump from the Motor City. Yeah.
the Motor City. Yes. And
Taught me how to. Okay, let's not go there, David.
let's go back to the Rittenhouse. What do you think of the judge?
I have to tell you, David, very bright guy, but that joke about Asian food, inappropriate. Inappropriate, David.
Yeah.
He should have said, "Where's the Asian food we ordered?" Did the delivery guy have to go all the way to Wuhan and accidentally pick up a deadly virus instead of our order?
That's not nice.
That would have been more appropriate given the times we live in, David.
Okay, that's not
More up to date with the times, David.
okay. That's the trial. Very quickly, the trial. What did you watch any of it? Do you have any thoughts about?
Because the deadly virus originated in China, and that's where Chinese food is from, David. I was watching the trial, sure. I was watching the trial with Eric and Don Jr.,
Yeah.
and we were absolutely disgusted.
So was I.
Absolutely disgusted.
What's disgusting? Yes. It was disgusting. It was repulsive. It was un-American. I agree.
Why? Okay. Oh boy. Here we go with this joke.
No. Well,
No. Okay, we're gonna skip that joke. Skip that joke because Judd Apatow would have probably gone crying like a baby. And we need the milk, David. We need the milk. We need Judd. I don't need Judd to tweet about me.
yeah,
I need Judd giving milk.
giving milk. But in terms of
Apatow.
what do you think of these AR-15s? I hear you're a great shot. I've heard that you're pretty good. You taught Eric and Don Jr. how to shoot, and I hear you're pretty good with an automatic.
Listen, if I had 4 bullets, I could kill 8 people. That's how good a shot I am.
Really?
Great shot, David. I'm a great shot. I would have aimed to shoot straight through one person into the next. I've got a knack. I have a knack for it, David. Always have since I was 4. That's why I couldn't go to Vietnam, David. I was such a great shot. They said it wouldn't be fair. It would violate the Geneva Conventions. I wanted to go, David. Believe me, I wanted to go.
Really? Because
I wanted to go, David.
the rap against you is that
I wanted to go.
But the rap against you is that you kind of didn't want to go to Vietnam. But you're saying
I remember specifically President LBJ, or as I called him, President L Blowjob, said to me, 17-year-old Donald Trump, he looked me in the eye, pulled down his pants and said, "Mr. Trump, we could send you to the front line. The war would be over in 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
right?
But it would ruin the self-esteem of all the other soldiers.
Really?
The entire generation of American male ego, cut down in its prime." So I had to sit it out, David. I had to sit it out, or I would have cucked the entire military.
They were worried that you would have cucked the entire military because you,
David, would have cucked millions and millions of innocent young men. Their egos destroyed in the prime of their life, David.
Right. Well, you've picked, I believe you've picked three of our Supreme Court justices. Let's talk about the
Yes,
legal.
I did, David.
Let's talk about the law here. Do you think the jury made the right call, legally speaking? Legally,
Absolutely, David. Rittenhouse, Kyle, as I call him.
yeah.
Kyle had the right.
He,
Kyle with style. That's what I call him. Kyle with style.
that'd make a good sitcom.
Kyle was styling that day. Kyle
Yeah.
had the right to defend himself, David. He did. It's called the White Castle Doctrine.
The White Castle doc. I think you mean the Castle Doctrine.
No, no, David. I mean the White Castle Doctrine. A man's home is his castle if he's white and
Huh.
if he doesn't have diarrhea. You ever get diarrhea from White Castle, David? I
What?
don't because I have a special kind of colon, but many, many regular people do.
Honestly, you've wait
I
diarrhea from.
don't get di- I got diarrhea from White Castle in 1975, Boca Raton, Florida.
Mhm.
I figured, how bad could it be? Worst diarrhea I ever had.
Really? How long did it last?
When it's done, I'll let you know. I gotta go, David. I gotta go.
Thank
Melania, Melania, Melania.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Melania.
Thank you, Mr. President of the United States, Donald Trump. We'll be looking for you. He thinks he doesn't know the microphone is still hot, and he's got White Castle diarrhea. I hope he's okay. I'm sure there's some kind of Secret Service agents who will attend to him. I hate to think that he's all by himself with White Castle.
Melania.
All right. We're running behind schedule here. Sorry. Why don't we do this? Why don't we take a break? This was what a big night.